welcome back to day 12 of building a canoe. So it's been a while. I'm finally in the spot. I dropped the canoe down. As you guys can see, I stained above my workstation. So that's what I had to finish. I had a bunch of other things I had to do. But now that that's done, I don't need to be working in here anymore. And so I'm able to work on the canoe. What I'll have to do today is I have to level out the canoe with the stand. So same as I believe was video 5 or something. I'm just gonna level it out. The other end's already level when I put it down, so just a coincidence. This side's off level, so I'm just gonna have to unscrew the bottom plate at the bottom here and lift that up and then get that leveled. Once that's done, I'll have to remove the front and back stem, and I'll have to cut the bottom off of them. So also, as you guys can see, this is the stem mold with the stem itself on there. So it's all nice and bent. I'll be taking that off. I gotta remove it and glue 3 of them together, and then the other 3 will be separate. And I have to duplicate this one more time. Also in the last video, a comment was made asking who my 4-legged friend is. And that roams around all the videos, so I thought I'd introduce her. Her name's Sora. So Sora, come on. Up. So this is Sora. I see. So this is Sora. She's a purebred Belgian Malinois. She's only, she's almost 2 years now. On August 24th, I believe, is her birthday. So soon to be. We're today filming August 3rd. So this is Sora, everybody. And if you guys want to see her do some tricks, just leave a comment. I will. But the video is on the canoe and not on my dog, so she'll go on. All right, go. Well, now that the update is up in order, so on with the work. Now, got my stem. As you can see, slightly unbent, but that's not a big deal. So now I gotta put some glue in between them and put it back onto the mold. So now it's important that when I'm gluing this, that I don't glue the bottom 3 to the top 3, because this needs to be removed afterwards. So I'm just going to be putting glue. I'm going to be using wood glue to do this. According to the book, it says to use epoxy glue. So because I'm using wood glue as opposed to epoxy glue, I don't have as much of a wait time, because this wood glue is going to dry a little faster than the epoxy glue would. So I have to be slightly faster, but I still can't rush it. I want an even coating across the pieces of my strips. This is the last one for the bottom section. Bottom section, inside section, it's the same. Difference that as long as my top part here is equal, it will come out to the same. Put that on the side. Now I do the top 3 that are going to get glued together. if you guys want to leave me in the comments why I shouldn't be using wood glue as opposed to epoxy glue, I'd like to hear what you guys think. If you guys think I'm doing the right thing and it doesn't really matter, let me know. I still have one more to do, so 50% of the canoe on this would be better than 100% wrong. So if I'm doing this wrong and you guys feel that you want to let me know, feel free to leave a comment. But I am putting wood glue for this part. And the last strip of glue. I get the bottom and the top half together. And I will put my clamp back in. So I'm going to put one on one side and the other on the other side, and it'll give me more spacing between each of them. Alright, so that's how it looks. That's glued. So I'll need to cut it right here flush to the bottom so that fits on the structure. But once again, this is the same size as the stem that's on the canoe, and I have to shorten the stem on the canoe, so it's gonna get cut shorter to whatever that needs to be. I'll determine that by measuring the thickness of the piece here. Whatever this thickness is the height at which is supposed to be lining up to station 6, I believe. And once I know that, then I'll be able to know how much I got to cut off the stem mold and get the measurement. And that tells me that that is 3/4 inches thick. So that's how much I got to remove. Also easy because these are cut at a 1/4 inch. So if that's a 1/4 inch, that's a 1/2 inch, that's 3/4 inch. All right. The way I'm explaining it in this video with the angle, it's very hard to follow. So I'm just gonna dub over. So because of the station 7 and the 2 pieces that hold the stem mold in place, I need to elevate the whole surface so that it stays flat on the table saw. So what you see me doing here is I got those 2 pieces that are on the table saw right now, and I'm gonna screw those onto the board so that it elevates it above and keeps a square face to the blade, giving me a square cut at the end. On there. We measured out that it'd be 3/4 inch at the stem, and then where this was sitting previously, I only had a 1/4 inch of space. So I need 3/4 inch. I need to remove 1/2 inch to make it happen. So now that that's cut, I can put the piece back. And as you can see, if I measure in 3/4 inch, I should be at the top and equal to the top. So fits in right there. So that's perfect. So now I'm just gonna drill that back in place.
later.
Now what I need to do is take this off, and same thing as the other one, this needs to get shortened as well. And if I shorten it the way I just did the other two, it should end up being equal to the same. And I should be able to know exactly where my cut needs to be for the stem itself. Alright, so I got my outer piece and inner piece. Now I'll cut this. Right now it's cut. I'll put this back. It was. Now I won't put full clamps, but put some clamps. Alright, so that piece fits in here. So perfect to the flat to the top, so that the boards that are going to go on top are going to be right here. And so now that that is done, I need to put a clamp here, put a screw back here to secure it in place, and put a clamp at the bottom, put a screw in at the bottom to secure it in place. So it's important I get this in the center. Alright, so I did the stem for the first side at the front. Now I'm going to do it for the back. So I'm going to put in the stem pieces into the steamer, wait 15 minutes, and then take them out. In place and all lined up like the first time. Now I gotta let it dry. Alright, that's it for today. That marks the end of day 12. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you guys enjoyed the series, well, you can subscribe and you won't be missing out on the next episode. The next one should be coming out around next week, so look forward to that. I'll give you guys a sneak preview of what it is I'm making next. Coming up next, and I'll have to be making these little pieces to fit these. I'll explain that in the next video. If you guys know anyone that you think would be interested in this series, share it to them. If you guys want to leave a comment in the section below, feel free to do so. I do read every single comment, and as I showed, someone had talked about my dog Sora, and I showed her on camera, so they wanted to see more of the dog, so more of the dog showed up. See you next time.